Hello again, my dudes. This is Lino again with another funny video on a very funny build I just decided to try on God of War Ragnarok. This time, um, using something I haven't used before. So this build revolves around something called um, Seal of Runic Storm. So this little enchantment says is using runic attacks of 3 different weapons in quick succession grants a buff of increased stagger resistance and creates a storm of Bifrost. So the reason why we are doing this, of course, has nothing to do with the stagger resistance, um, and you will see why in a minute. I just used this build in a row to defeat the Berserker King, no hits, flawless victory, and straight from killing the Berserker King flawless, I went to the Valkyrie Queen and did exactly the same. Flawless victory from one to the other. Um, I did stop to make some changes um, in um, in my build, which I will demonstrate what changes were those between both of them. But the centerpiece of this build will be the Seal of Runic Storm. Now, as you notice, this build has 391 strength, 349 defense, 343 runic, 7 vitality, 125 cooldown, 116 luck. Now, I can honestly say it's probably not maximized to its full potential. I could probably go around um, with the enchantments a little bit more and maybe make it a bit more um, aggressive in terms of runic damage, because with this build, what you actually want is runic damage as much as you can get. But at the same time, uh, I am using buffs that come from runic, of course, Muspelheim's enchantment set. You have to have it. Increases melee damage when the Permafrost and Emulation or Maelstrom skills are fully charged, based on runic. So this will give us a very good boost in this particular case because we got 343 runic. But we are also using the attuned runic gem that says increase the damage of runic attacks when the permafrost, emulation, or maelstrom skill gauges are fully charged. Again, the centerpiece of our build. That's why I put it right in the middle of the enchantment set. Seal of Runic Storm, using runic attacks of 3 different weapons in quick succession. And when it says in quick succession, I must say you seriously have to use one after the other, or else there is no time, not enough time for you to mess around. You have to use runic attack with one weapon, switch weapon, use runic attack with that weapon, switch weapon, and use runic attack as the third weapon, and there you go. You have to go through all 3 weapons, axe, spear, and blades, for this to trigger. Um, and we are also using Memento of the Ailing, the Permafrost, Immolation, and Maelstrom skill charge up faster when hitting a status afflicted enemy. The reason why we are using this is because we want the Permafrost, Immolation, and Maelstrom skills to charge faster, so we can get this bonus to kick as well, and this bonus to kick in as well. So the faster we get those charges up, the better. Now, this is probably the one set I would switch for something else, but for the time being, I was using increases melee damage when he's above 75% health based on defense. We got nearly 350 defense. It's not massive, but considering that I am getting better with my parries now, I was okay before, but now I'm getting better and better the more I face the Berserker King and the Valkyrie Queen. I've been fighting them for so long that my parries are getting way more on time, so I don't really lose health um, that much anymore. So this can come very in handy. Now, For the armor and everything else, we are using the chest piece spiritual shoulder straps, which says runic and relic attacks. It's stack a buff, increasing Kratos' melee and range damage by 15% with each stack. So every time you do a runic, you use your runic or you do a relic attack, um, your melee damage is going to increase by 15%, and this can stack up to 3 times. So you can get a buff of 45% melee damage just by using your relic attacks. So think about it. We have to use 3 relic attacks with 3 different weapons in a row to activate um, the perk of the Seal of Runic Storm. So automatically, the damage that is going to come from everything we are doing is going to come up to a maximum of 45% as we go. So that is a big buff in the damage. Also, I'm using the rest of the pieces that says runic attacks do increased damage against status afflicted enemies. So if you get your enemy with sonic or or poison or burned or frozen, whatever, if you get any of those on your enemy, you are going to do even more damage, up to 30% more. So imagine you can do up to 75% more damage as you go, pushing forward. And you will see, this is no joke, you will see how quickly the HP comes down, especially for the Valkyrie, because I don't have to be that careful if everything falls into place. Um, if all the attacks connect properly, you can see the runic affliction pop in. You'll see the arcane strength pop in. You'll see the you'll see the storm of Bifrost proc in. You will see all those buffs on the left side of the screen as we go. Now take notice that all of our armor set will increase strength, defense, cooldown, and runic attack, which are basically the one things we really want. We want runic as much as possible for obvious reasons, because runic, as you can see in the stats, will increase the power of runic attacks and the elemental status damage as well. So every time you get an enemy with burn or whatever, you will do more damage. Now, for the Leviathan Axe, we are using the runic Elstone knob because it gives runic and luck, which is going to help us proc those something that I'm going to show you in a minute. But it also says moderate luck chance to, on hitting a frosted enemy, to gain a blessing of runic. So we can boost our runic damage even further by hitting a frosted enemy. For the blades, I'm using the Pommels of Burning Unity, which says increases all burn status inflicted by 15% and increases the immolation skill charge gain when striking a burning enemy. So this means that if I get an enemy burning and I continue to go with the blades, um, this immolation skill charge is going to go up a bit faster. It will not do more damage, but the charge is going to be faster. And finally, the spear. We are using the Sonic Piercer because the spear attack gain against Sonic afflicted enemies deal bonus damage and build bonus mushroom skill charge. Now, again, this is the one skill that I tend to change between the Berserker and the Valkyrie Queen. For the Valkyrie Queen, I use the Finger of Ruin. For the Berserker King, I use the Honor of the Fallen, as you are going to see in the videos that are about to follow. Finally, for the shield, and this is why we need some luck, because we are using the Dauntless Shield, obviously. If we are trying to get some parries, we need the Dauntless Shield. It's the best shield for parries. And we are going to have the Round of Disruption, which says low luck chance to create an elemental storm when interrupting double blue ring attacks or parrying. So when we parry or we do interrupt on the blue ring attacks, you will see on the left screen showing Storm of Frost, Storm of Bifrost, Storm of or fire, something will pop up. This happens more often than not because we have 116 luck, which is not massive, but I would say every three parries this comes out. So it's quite good. Spartan Rage we are using Fury, but I avoid using the Spartan Rage at all. For the relic, right. As soon as I kill the Berserker King before I come to the Valkyrie, uh, as I switch to the Hilt of Kofnuk, but before that I was using the the Hilt of Hofud because it restores space and time, creating a realm shift. When I was fighting the Berserker, and when I was fighting the Berserker with this hilt, I also had the amulet changed. Instead of having uh, this one, I was having the Emblem of the Nine Realms, which is this one, increases melee damage during realm shifts. Those are basically the difference between me fighting the Valkyrie and me fighting the Berserker King, which I always fight the Berserker King first because I like to bring the relic you get from the Berserker King to the Valkyrie. Um, yeah, I hope you guys give it a try, maybe using this build. It's very fun. I can say it's very hard to have all three um, of the runic attacks in a row, but I'll give you an example. So if I do this, and then I switch to this, and then I switch to this, you now see I got the Storm of Bifrost, which is what we want. And it lasts for about 12 seconds. This does a lot of damage. It brings the power of the enemies down because um, you will see if you try it for yourselves. It's very useful. So I hope you guys enjoy the fights that you are about to see. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Right, here we go. Let's summon this bastard. Come on. Let's do this. Oh, oh. Right, that's the first runic attack. Slow the arrows. Second runic attack. Now change to the third. There we go. Storm of Bifrost and Arcane Strength at level 3. There we go. Realm Shift for extra damage. Look at that much damage. Boom. Easy does it. And now, boom. Whoop. Dodge. Oh, I hate when he does that. Now let's do some damage. We got the Arcane Strength up. No, stop doing that. Parried. Parried. We got Storm of Bifrost from the parries, you see, from the shield. Storm of Bifrost from the parry now. Easy. Now we have to switch for the spear. Get rid of that armor he's got on. Oh, yeah, managed to dodge everything. That's good. Oh, 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 oh. Nah, you're naughty, aren't you? Parried. Right, there we go. Do some damage. Get rid of that shield. We got Arcane Strength back. That's the first runic, second runic, third runic. We got Storm of Bifrost again. There we go. Blessing of runic. Arcane Strength again up. Ah, that was just dodged in time. Oh my god, he's nearly dead. I just noticed. Jesus Christ. Been not even 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. Oh, parry. There you go. Go down. Get some damage going. You're not gonna mess this up now, boy. There you go. Get that stun damage. Do the spear. Boom. Got him. Down. Less than 2 minutes. In less than 2 minutes. This build is fun, boy. 2 Storms of Bifrost. One from the combination of the 3 runic attacks. One from parry. That was beautiful. Fit for a king.
gods. What do you intend to do with
What do I intend to do with it? I intend to use it. Right, Valkyrie Queen time. Here we go. Boom. First runic attack. Get those spears to explode. Second weapon, and now the relic, and the third runic attack. We got the Storm of Bifrost and Arcane Strength rocking in at the same time. We get the Permafrost on the axe. Oh, nice and easy to interrupt. Another Blessing of Runic. There you go. Oh, I was too early with the first. I could have deleted this one. Oh my god. She's nearly dead. Oh, nope. Denied. Denied. No, you're not gonna get me. No. Come on. I'm gonna flawless you as well. Oh, flawless victory on both the Berserker King and the Valkyrie Queen. And that's the video. It's a wrap.